guys, it's Samantha. Thanks for stopping back and visiting my channel. Today I'm going to be making a card using this cute little bunny image that I got from this old wooden block stamp. I have the rubber stamp right here. It's mounted to cling foam, and it used to be mounted to this wooden block. And what I did was I peeled it off the wooden block. I'm going to be taking this stencil from My Favorite Things and these little iCrafter blender brushes to create a sky with a few different Distress Oxide colors. But first, I need to create a mask for my grass. So I'm going to put some Post-it notes onto like the grassy area under the bunnies, and I'm going to do some blending with Distress Oxide's color Stormy Sky first. So here I am doing that. Then I decided that it would look really good to have a sort of a golden wild honey color in front of that or below that, just so that it maybe looked more like a sunrise or a sunset, I don't know. So I'm taking wild honey and I am blending behind the bunnies with that. Next, I'm taking Faded Jeans and I'm going in sort of in the middle of my sky area. Blend, blend, blend. Blend, blend, blend. Then after that, I am taking Chipped Sapphire and I'm going to blend towards the top portion of my sky. I figured if I went sort of like light to dark, it would look kind of cool. So I'm just doing that. A lot of blending. I really like these little blender brushes. They're working out really well so far. So then I take my stencil off and I have to take the Post-it notes and flip them upside down so that I can create like the grass part of the scene. So I'm just taking those off and putting them on there like that. Taking Lucky Clover and blending that under the bunny's feet. Just like that. Blend, blend, blend. Sometimes I don't know what to say in these voiceovers. Alright, now I'm peeling my Post-it notes off. These are the full sticky back adhesive ones. They're really awesome. Then comes my most favorite part. I'm going to peel the mask off the bunnies. I love this. It's like satisfying. I'm going to actually speed it up though so you don't have to sit and watch me do it all. So I'm getting it started and then voila! The whole thing comes off. Except for that little butterfly. I have to take that off. So there we go. Then it looks like that. I'm going to color my bunnies. I'm going to speed this up because my coloring really isn't anything all that spectacular. I'm going from light to dark and then back to light again. So there's one bunny, all done almost. And there we go. I'm going to color the rest of the bunnies off camera and I'll be right back. Alright, there we have it. I am going to color the flowers and grass, and I'm going to do that off camera because I know sometimes people don't really like sitting through all that, and my coloring really isn't anything all that special. So I'm going to do that. I'll be right back. Now that my coloring is all done, I am going to take some water in a spray bottle and spritz the grass section of the card just to give it a little bit more texture and more of a grassy look to it. And then I'm just going to sop up the excess with a shop towel. See how cool that looks? After applying adhesive to the back of my card panel, I'm going to glue it to an A2 sized gray card base. The thing I like about liquid glue is that if you don't get whatever you're placing perfectly the first time, you have just a little bit of wiggle room. So I'm just going to spread it on there, make sure it is on nice and tight, and there we have it. Next, I need a sentiment. So I'm going to grab that. I'm using the Sassy Pants Friends set from My Favorite Things. I'm going to use the You Are Not Normal and I Love It stamp. Unfortunately, my stamp platform doesn't really work under my camera, so I'm going to turn the camera off, stamp it, and show you the finished product. And there we are. I think that is such a fun sentiment for this really cute, really sweet image. And I wanted to show you one more thing. You know those shop towels that you might have in your garage, or maybe mechanics use? I have found that they are really good for using to clean your stamps off. I have like the Lawn Fawn stamp chamois, and I actually prefer these shop towels, and the best thing about them is that they don't leave any fibers or anything, and they get your stamps really nice and clean. So yeah, I love them, and they're very inexpensive. And that is my card for today, and I just wanted to show you real quick again this stamp. And it was from a company called the Stamp Pad, and they were in Big Lake. And it just goes to show that you can make really cool new cards using really old things. See you again later, guys. Bye!